In this video, we're going to be going over the core trading skill of emotional control. Now, this skill is so important because it ties together all of the other skills. This is kind of like the glue in your trading, because it does not matter how good you are at everything else. If you have terrible emotional control, you will end up making huge mistakes and end up losing a lot of money. So if we want maximum returns, we have to be able to execute our trading strategy consistently and avoid making any emotional trades. The stock market loves to play off your emotions, especially fear and greed. So we have to be able to combat that and be ready. So if we develop a mastery of this skill, we can be in complete control of our emotions no matter the circumstance. So let's go ahead and get into how do we train this skill. And number one is simply better knowledge and understandings of yourself, your trading, and the markets. So this one is very underrated, but I want to share with y'all an example from my trading. When I first started, I was so excited and I wanted to just FOMO into every single setup that looked remotely decent. And part of that stemmed from the fact that I did not know that there would always be more opportunities. So when I went back and read some of the old classic books and looked at stock charts from the past 100 years, technology changes, but the stock charts always look the same. There's always going to be huge growth stocks, and there's always going to be opportunities. So that helps me not to FOMO into stocks thinking that there will never be an opportunity like this again. Also, when you understand the math behind compounding, you understand why swing trading is so much better than just normally investing or day trading, and you understand why stop losses are so important. So the first thing you can do is go dive deep into this stuff and understand how the market works, how your emotions work, and you will be a lot better off at controlling your emotions. Number two is awareness while trading. I know when I first started, I was so excited to trade that I would just lose track of time and end up making just crazy trades. And I would look back and think, why in the world did I do that? But it's simply because I just lost awareness while trading. We need to constantly be aware of our emotions, our decisions, and everything we do while we're trading. Even if you need to take a step back and just go for a walk or something, you have to stay aware. And number three is mental health. Now, I am pretty convinced that trading with bad mental health is just never going to end well. Trading is such a mental game that you have to be on top of the ball and make sure you're taking care of yourself mentally. So now you're probably saying, all right, these are great, but how do I improve these? Well, let's go ahead and talk about that. And the first is to go back and study. So like I said, read some of the classic books, understand how the market works, understand how your emotions work, and you'll be a lot better off making wise decisions in the market. Number two is to journal. So I journal how I'm feeling emotionally during every single trading day. That way I can go back and see, all right, if I messed up here, what were my emotions when I did that? Or if something went really well, I can look back and see, all right, how was I feeling emotionally that day? And how do I replicate that? And number three is to meditate. Now, this one sounds a little out there and crazy if you've never done it before, but really all you're doing is calming your mind. And this is great for your mental health. So if you've never meditated before, just go download the Medito app. I'll put a link in the description. It's like a free app that just walks you through it. Super easy. So definitely try that out if you have not. It does wonders for your mental health and has improved my trading a ton. Number four is create rules. Now, if you haven't seen my video on rules, go check that one out. But these helps you to stay in line even if you're not doing the best emotionally that day. This helps to keep you out of trouble. And number five is to sleep. This is probably the most important thing. There's been countless studies that have shown that if you do not get enough sleep, your emotional brain takes charge. And if you need proof, just go look at a kid who's been playing outside all day and starts crying after the smallest little thing. Whenever you're tired, your emotions are heightened and you'll make terrible logical decisions and you'll make more emotional decisions. So if we develop mastery in the skill of emotional control, we'll be able to be consistent in our thoughts and our actions. So if you're like me, you've made plenty of trades that you look back on and thought, why in the world did I do that? Well, if we have great emotional control, we can cut down those amount of trades we do and hopefully get down to zero. Also, like I said, we'll be trading based on logic and not emotions. So I think this is a highly underrated skill when it comes to mastering trading. But let me know what you guys think in the comments and leave me any tips that y'all have on emotional control, and I'll see y'all in the next video.